Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad ain't best though. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more Modesto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, that make pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number saved, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard.
Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Arizona Cardinals. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jackson on first down. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Well, how about a deep ball on the first play from scrimmage, putting that secondary on notice?
Brandon, all I remember when I was a player is that we always took a test the night before the game about teams' tendencies and what they plan to do. I'm not sure we think deep ball right out of the gate and putting us back on our heels.
Opening minute and already a trip to the red zone. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. This is Cohen. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. That's Isabella open on the right side. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Give him a couple on the catch at 2nd and 8. Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Good route kick. Hey, Charlie.
On 4th down, they do snap it to Cousins. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They'll run on second down with Cohen. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Darius Leonard, last year's leading tackler as a rookie in the NFL, in on the stop. On second down, it's Cohen. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On second down now, it's Cohen. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play, but now it's 3rd and goal. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. Now Jackson. The screen pass here to Cohen. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
A first down throw for Cousins. And caught right side, Green. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it a second down.
Listen to me. Hey, Zoo.
Now Cousins. On the right side, caught by Green. 7 yards there and a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. They'll run it with Scarlett. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Browns' 46-yard line.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
2
10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Back in Arizona, second quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
Double dog, that's the way.
48.
On 2nd down, Hill. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at the Browns' 39. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Throwing, Cousins. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
You ain't going nowhere. Tight into the right. Move. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. Hey, Alpha. 52's the mic, boys. 52. Right on.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
Now here's a throw, and that's Taywan Taylor with it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. They'll run on 1st down. Cohen. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Tariq Cohen. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes our score 17-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. A gain of 3, 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Cousins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Dontari Poe marches in for the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
He's got Green. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Browns drive about to get started. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
He's checking crack. Check.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. It was Taven Bryan who got him down defensively. Throwing on second down. Jackson rolling to his right. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago.
53,
On first down, it's Cohen. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
Now Jackson on first down. This will be caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Seth Roberts, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Crosby with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
All day, every smooth. Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57. Hey, we're good. Quaker Omaha.
Looking to throw again on second down. Cousins. This one caught by Isabella. They'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Hey, no, easy.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Crowder's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Five.
They'll throw again. Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Can't. Check your hot read. Kill. Topper.
Final play of the half, Cousins. That's pulled in by the rookie from Notre Dame, Miles Boykin. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway.
Get ready.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cousins.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play. Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
7.
On 3rd down, Cousins able to find Isabella. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 28. Several media outlets thought Andy Isabella was the top receiver in this year's class out of UMass. He dominated his senior year there. 1,700 yards, 13 touchdowns. They really say that he can just take a top off the defense. He ran a 4.31 at the Combine, 3rd fastest of all attendees. And then he was taken 62nd. A lot of experts think he was a major bargain with loads of potential. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
Gun.
On 2nd down, it's Hill. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Justice Hill, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the lead's down to 24. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play. Yeah. Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. They'll try and pick it up with Cohen. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. On first down now, run with McKinnon. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53. Yeah.
A give to Cohen. He heads right. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Give him 30 yards there.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 26-yard line.
Out to the right, here's McKinnon. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. He can run for it, and he will. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a first down.
50's the mic. 50's the mic. Watch the run. It's great.
This time Jackson will throw it to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Play action. Now Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Darius Leonard in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. To throw is Jackson. This is caught, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. This is Cohen on the toss. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 23 here on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Hey, Steamer. Watch the whip. Where's the hot?
To throw is Cousins. And he comes back with one complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Cousins now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. Cousins now from the 50. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Cousins to throw it. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to the ground, it's Hill. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Throwing is Cousins. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll start things on first with Tariq Cohen. Oh, Cohen lost the football, and the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 2.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Jabril Peppers, a former first-round pick, there on the coverage. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well-coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now this time he'll look to throw. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by who else? The former Cardinal, Patrick Peterson. Andy Isabella was the intended target.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Roquan Smith, fresh off a solid rookie campaign, in on the tackle for Chicago. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike. I don't even know why this team showed up.
From the gun, Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Jackson now. He's going to air one out. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. Then the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Now a 1st down carry. It's Hill. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Get that ball. Alert flare.
Gun.
Cousins now. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Another wayward pass. Things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Cousins. This will be caught inside the 10. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Good routes here.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Steps away to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? Now Cousins. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Marcus Green. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Cleveland, the final 2 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with the win. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll be on the road next.